Hello everybody, we should be live now. Thank you everybody for coming. Let me get things organized over here real quick. Hopefully, real quick. Alright, and then we'll get started. And there we go. Okay, so last time we were working on this and we got pretty close to what we want on font. We're getting close. We're right. I think we're right basically at it. I realized we don't have an X, so I've roughed out an X here. You can see very, very rough. And the Q is not where we want it, kind of thing. Neither is the O, I think. I don't know. Maybe the O is, maybe the O isn't. I don't. Oh. But with a in there. So let's start off by trying to work on this Q. And I think what I want to do is make it wider by 2 pixels. And that is not. Let me merge these layers here. Okay. Let's see here. Come and grab the Q right about here, and we'll make it. I don't know. Let's try 1 pixel wider and just see how that looks before we go right off to 2 pixels. Bring that over, and then we'll come down here, and the font will not be the bulk of the stream today, though. Thankfully. I think that is actually quite a bit more readable right there with just that 1 pixel of width. What if we go 2 pixels? What if we take this out 1 more pixel? And then see how this looks here. Grab that. Cue that out like that. And then we'll come in like that. What about that? I don't really like that. Let's go back to what we had. Yeah, I think that's best right there. And then we need to do an X here. And I need to clean it up. So let's see here. What do we want to do here? You know what? No, that won't work. I was thinking if we just take the V and we copy and paste the top part and flip it, that would do it, but no, because it's got a lot more angle than that. Well, this definitely needs to be trimmed in here. And then we'll trim this back here. That's even now, that's even. This is not though. So this is too fat here. Let's trim this back. Well, still doesn't line up because this part's keep that. So let's trim this one up now. Okay, that lines up. That lines up, but this side is fatter than the other side, so let's trim this one up too. So this is 3 pixels and this is 3 pixels. Then we'll, don't know what's going on here though. That's lining up. That's lining up. It's just an extra one lower. So, let's keep that for now, and let's move this in about like that. And then we'll come down here like that, right? That's close enough for now. Let's grab this color and do our outline around this X. If anybody has some questions, let me know, or suggestions, or anything else. I will be reading chat. You know, this part kind of feels off right here. I'm seeing that now. We'll address that. We'll see what it does here in a minute. Okay. Then we'll grab this color. See here, that comes down to right here. Like that, so we fill and fill. And then we'll grab this color, and this comes down right here, I think. Yeah. And then we'll fill that in. And we'll grab this color and fill that in. And we can go back and look at it. Actually, one thing I need to do is see how wide it is. And there's a doorbell. It's 15 wide. That's a lot wider than I would want it. I really hope it to be, because like the U is like 11. Of course, the Z is pretty dang wide. Yeah, I think that's my widest letter. But most of them are like 12 to 14. This one being 15 is definitely wider than most. But I think if we make it any less wide, it won't be readable. Let's go back and look at it from a little bit distance. Looks pretty readable to me, as is. That said, I think it's uneven. I mean, that's 3 and that's 3. So it's uneven to the sides versus the top. So there's an extra pixel here, height-wise. So if I want to even that out, I have to make it wider. Unsure if I want to do that though, but I mean, it's not like X is used a lot, unless you're Microsoft or Marvel Comics. If you're, you know, anybody besides them, X is used pretty much very, very little. Yeah, I think that actually looks better too. Right there. So we might go with a really wide X there. The issue is it kind of lacks the style that the other letters have. But, I mean, don't know if there's anything I can do about it. I can do what I did here with the V, but then it's going to be even wider. And probably, well, I'm pretty positive that's not what I want to do. I don't want to make it any wider than it's already too wide as it is. We'll call that for now. And we won't do it now, but let me go ahead and save this. But what I need to do is take these letters and everything, and since we're getting close to final, and put them in here and see how they look, as well as up here. And then another thing I need to do is I need to work on the numbers and see if I can do the numbers in the same style and have them work out well. As you know, of course, I may have to do a different style slightly for this. I was thinking maybe, you know, instead of a nearly black outline, go with a nearly white outline for these if I need to, kind of thing. And same thing goes for the numbers. We'll have to wait and see how that plays out, but you know, we might work on that later in the stream. But here we got our base Y numbers here. And this is what we're going to work out with today, you know, for the main part of the stream. So this is our deck builder. This is where we're going to be, you know, where you're going to be constructing your deck kind of thing. And I've, you know, roughly modeled it off of, you know, got the beginning model off of the Magic the Gathering one. Basically, I took this and I was like, okay, this works for us, this doesn't, this does, this doesn't, this does, this doesn't, and, you know, rearranged things and, you know, whatnot to try to come up with ours. So, like, you can see here, the original Magic the Gathering one right here, compared to ours, you know, like, their, you know, deck list is significantly small. Ours is significantly larger. Our thing here is moved up here. Our bar here is more collapsed in here. Our bar here is larger, and moving the arrows into the thing here and expanding the box outwards. So when we look at like a modified version of Magic, this is sort of what it looks like. You can see that this is larger and everything. And now that we've got a rough wireframe kind of worked out, we're going to go from there and see what we can build, and then modify, iterate until we get it right, basically. So this is where we're going to start, and we'll find out where we end when we end, kind of thing, which will probably not be today. I can almost guarantee you it will not be today, but we can get a good start today, hopefully. So where do I want to start? Well, I need to go down here to the glow bars. So I think what I wanted to do is let's grab this here. We'll copy that, and then we'll paste that onto this new layer. And you can see how significantly small it is. Oops. Come on. There we go. Maybe. There we go. So I'm going to take this and move this down to the bottom here. And I did not even copy that right. I didn't copy all I wanted, rather. Let's move that up a little bit. Actually, let's just move it up a lot a bit, like this. Paste. And then we'll bring that down here. And then we'll grab this end, cut it, and we'll move that right over here on that line there. So then we'll now grab this and stretch it all the way across, like that. And then we'll grab this and we'll stretch this up. Probably, well, we can go all the way up for now. I'm going to change that though. I can already tell you that. And then we can, I wish that bar, the slider bar, stood out a little bit more color-wise. And we'll stretch this one. And again, I already know that this is going to change. But I'm going to start somewhere, right? You know, actually, that's not what I want. We're already changing it. We're going to grab this right here. Section. Copy that. Go back over here. Paste this in. Like that. Right. And then we'll delete that and delete that and delete that. And I screwed that up. Oh well. We'll fix it. At least semi-fix it. Need to grab this and move it out by 1 pixel like that. And then we can grab this, bring this down like that. There, it's mostly fixed. Then grab this and bring this across like that. There we go. Alright. Now what I want to do, well, let's just make another layer. And we'll throw this right there. Okay, and then we'll delete all of that. Delete that. Right. And then we'll delete that. And then we'll go back down to this layer and we'll delete that. Right, and then we'll go back up to this one and we'll paste in about like that, I think. And then we'll delete. And we'll come over to this layer and delete. We'll come back to this layer and delete all that, delete all that. And like that. And then we'll come over here to this corner and we'll paste it in again. And I don't remember how I lined that one up because this is a wider line. Okay, I lined it up at the top, so yeah, that should be about right there. So then we'll bring that down and delete. We'll go back over to this layer and delete. Back up here and delete. Delete, delete, delete. There we go. Now that I got that done, now I should be able to merge these two layers. And then we'll come over here and grab this and stretch this out. Right up to there. Okay, now we can have alarms go off, apparently. All right, let's clean this up now. If I can grab the right tool. Okay, that's cleaned up. That's clean. Come on. Scroll work. Okay, if we go here and here, there's still a mistake right there. There. That's cleaned up now. That needs to go, that needs to go. That needs to go. There. Now all of that is cleaned up. Right. So then now what I want to do is go to another layer. We'll paste the same thing in here. And what I want to do is get this red here lined up here. Okay, it is. So then we can kill all this stuff out here. Right. And then if I then come over here and grab this, actually what I want to do is make sure that all this other is deleted before we start here. Delete that and delete that. Okay. Actually, just keep that layer off for now. So we'll widen this out. To fit this area. Roughly. I don't know if we want to go exactly this large, but we'll see. Grab this and stretch this out. And then what I need to do now is extend it out. Oops. Come on. Scroll bar's fighting me today. We'll grab here, move that out. So what we're doing here is we're just basically enlarging this button, or this into a button, rather than a place to hold a stat. And we'll see how it looks. It may not look good. We may need another solution. We won't know until we get this kind of roughed out. But it may look really good. We'll just have to wait and see. That's sort of an interesting part of it, is exploring and seeing if we can find what looks really good. Let me go back and look at this. Let me get rid of that. I think it can go just a hair bit more. We don't want it to be too sharp. Probably just one more pixel. Okay, there's that. Now then, let's grab this color. It's a transparent. We'll select this area here so we don't accidentally overwrite stuff. And there we go. Although unsure if this is what color we'll put in here, but it's what we're doing for now. So I need to turn, well, let me first select this entire area of this button here. Right. We'll copy it first, and then we'll turn this layer back on, and we'll delete from this layer. There we go. Now we want to go back up to this layer, and we'll bring this across here, and we'll paste in here. Although I probably need to be on a different layer. So let me cut this and put this on this layer here, and then we'll flip horizontal, and that's what I was afraid of. Okay, let's move this straight over, because we need to make sure that they line up perfectly. Although I could do that later. Probably should be doing it later, but we're doing it now. So we're already over halfway there. And, you know, the thought just occurred to me is that even though we're doing this, it could still not be even. Could still not be lined up. It probably is, but there's a chance that it could not be, depending on how the pace and the flip all treated it. So, this can merge down. We need to turn off this layer here, So we can come over here and grab this here and then delete that from this. Okay, that seems to be lining up right. Good, good. Okay. Now then, what I want to do is come down here and grab this color here. And we'll grab this color here. And then we'll combine these two layers here. And then I will fill if it'll let me. I don't know what's going on. Why is that not working? Do I have the color selected? That would be the issue, is I don't have the color selected. Because I was on the wrong layer over here when I was trying to select the color. It would help if I actually selected the color that I want to fill with. And there we go. Probably give it a little bit more tolerance. Yep. Okay. Now what I want to do is get these cards and move them onto their own layer so that we can separate them from the frame work, the wire frame. We'll cut, new layer, paste, and then we can load that down there. So we'll layer this cards, and we'll layer this UI, and we'll layer this wire frame. Okay. So, definitely very, very bland at this moment. But, don't think it's looking bad at this point. So then, what do we want to go with next? And how do we want to go about doing it? Honestly, I think this blue button here, this blue thing down here, really kind of fits the done button. X marks the spot. Did you travel back in time to the start of the start of the cast when we were working on the X? Or is that just some irony there? Let's see here. Let's copy that, and then we'll come over here to this side. And we'll go onto the UI layer, and we'll place this in here, like so. Is your personal FBI guy? Alright, tell me who killed him and where. And also who died. Because we need to know who died as well. Nobody died? So who killed nobody? Somebody killed nobody? Yeah, I mean, we gotta do something about that. We can't have that happen in these parts. Can't allow that to happen in these parts. So are we going to execute somebody? Killing nobody? Let's go to another layer here. That might be because you have the video in ultra wide mode kind of thing. When you have it in ultra wide mode, the chat falls under, but if you turn it off, it goes back to the side. So we'll grab this and we'll move this. Actually, I should merge that back down. Okay, now we'll move this up. So you had it in the wrong mode. So we'll grab this. And we'll bring this up like so. And no exact corner there. Oops, I didn't copy anything. Wait, how did that not copy anything? That should be on that layer. Apparently it's not though. Oh right, I remember now. I moved that to that layer, yep. So we come up here and we copy this over here. Bring that out here. Over like that. Okay. Now what we can do is you could have layers on the big side of the screen. What do you mean by that? You mean like, well, I was intending on putting circuitry and stuff underneath it, but you know, unsure at this point. Oh, you mean on the core card? Well, there's just so many layers because, like, I've had to divide it up to work on it. And I'm afraid to undivide it because, like, I'm still working on it, and I don't want to. I don't want to run into the circumstance of, well, I have to redo that divide because I've already had to do that several times. And it have not. I really wish this bar stood out more color-wise. Alright, let's bring that over to here. And I need some kind of corner here, but I'm not sure what I want to do there. Well, let's take a look at it. I'm not sure if I like that, but it doesn't look bad at the same time. Doesn't necessarily look good. Let's just continue on and see where we get to. Copy that. We'll paste that in over here. I really don't like how that comes in right there at that point. Before I move that over, let me copy this corner here. Move this over here. And then we'll grab this one here. Like so. Not copy. I did not want to copy. I just want to move over like that. And up like that. Then we'll grab it. Not there. Not there either. Here. And then we'll bring that over. We'll come over here. Be right here. Yep. And then we'll drag that down. Like so. There we go. Well, I mean, everybody likes the white space. Matter of fact, I've had people ask for more white space. Kind of thing. Yeah, I mean, like they've asked for more of that. And we have our first issue in real life. I'm out of drink. And that's not a good thing to run out of in the middle of a stream. Ruh-oh. But let's continue on for now, and hope that I'm not dying of thirst in a few minutes. What if we went for this right here? Of what? The card or the this the thing we're working on, or what? Give me a second. Let me get this lined up first. And then I will amuse you for a second. This pull that down. That's missing a dot there. I'm wondering if that's missing it on the other side too. Let's grab this. What color of blue are you wanting me to fill it with anyway? Are you wanting to fill it with one of these blues here that I use for the UI? Or are you wanting a different color of blue? By that you mean the outline blue, the darker one? This blue right here. Let's see here, this. Needs to be moved in. Oh yeah, there is more of the outline than there is the inside. Except for on the decorated corners. There's more of the lighter color in the corners, but there's more of the darker colors on the outside. So, I mean, they're both dominant depending on which area you're talking about of it. But overall, the darker one's more dominant because there's more spaces that aren't corners. So you want me to do the lighter color then? I'm not seeing, unless you're just pointing out an area, I'm not seeing any color there. What you're talking about. Really too bad that this isn't just an area I can feel. I mean, one of the versions I was testing earlier, we actually cut out those corners. Well, the bucket tool won't work on this because it'll fill in a whole lot more, because the fact is this is the bottom. This is on different layers. So to just fill in half of the cards. So I have to outline this so that the bucket tool will work without filling in all of it. But there it is with that filled in kind of thing. And I really don't like that. I did like the old version where I had actually gotten rid of the corners completely, but most people did not like that, and it didn't get voted for. Let me see if I can find that one real quick. Here it is. Let me open this one. Open that. Wait. Yeah, that is the one with the if I move this black layer to the bottom, you can see that I don't have this part cut out up here. So there, now you can see it. See, that was a version I had a little bit ago. What I did was I closed up that white space in between, made that one line, and then brought the corners together, and then, you know, made them at the same angle so they would be straight corners rather than these being offset kind of thing. But people didn't like this. They said it felt too segregated over here. It felt almost like two different cards kind of thing glued together. And I would kind of agree with that, but I like the shape that it gives to the card. It does have bottom angles. They're just smaller. See? And over here. Inside. You're talking about right here? Yeah, that's because these were large, so large that couldn't really do that. And plus it was connecting straight to this anyway. And I would lose a lot of writing space over here if this had this kind of angle. But this is an old version. You like this one right here? Is that what you're saying? I like them both. But that's also on this one. So that didn't go away. That's been there for a while. But people wanted that white space in there. And they actually asked for more. Some people did anyway. And see, we got one of those straight ones right here. So what do I want to do here? I think what I want to do is copy this one right here. And then we'll paste that up here. Just gotta get it aligned properly. Yep. Okay, come up with it like that. Okay. I thought that was properly aligned, but it isn't. It would be properly aligned if this pink line was freaking straight and same size all the way through. So we'll do like that. Grab that and we'll bring this out all the way over to right here. And then we'll come down here and copy this corner. And we'll put that let's get it aligned. And then pushed in right there. And then we need to doctor this up. Here. So. Alright, and then we'll come up here, grab this. We'll stretch this up. There. Alright. We'll grab this color and we'll fill in this space here. Alright. There's that. Let me come over here and grab. The heck happened here? Oh, because I didn't do a new layer. I screwed this up. So this comes up, this comes down, there we go. And then we'll fill this in here. Right. Right. So we'll come over here now and grab all of this, which is going to grab stuff I don't want to grab, but oh well. Because I don't have enough layers at the moment. Not as many layers as I should have, rather. And let's not do that. Let's make another layer. And then paste. Let's not make the same mistake for the 40th time. Let's see here. That's lining up. Now we need to get this straightened out here. Don't think I like that at all. But we'll go with it for now. Because this is on for now. We can merge these two together. I need to fix this spot right here. Okay. Let's grab this corner here. Copy that. And then we'll paste that up here. It's right about there. And again, I do not like that. There's so many things I'm not liking about this already. But that's the purpose of iteration. We'll make the crappy version first, and then we'll make a less crappy version next, and then we'll make an even less crappy version next, and we'll keep on doing so until we have a freaking amazing version. Because iteration is the key to game development. And I can already tell you I'm not going to like this. Not going to like this one bit. Okay, we'll come over here. What is evolving backwards? I don't think that's the right direction. I think it's evolving forwards. You're evolving in the wrong direction, Karen. Or Kenzan. Really? Okay. And then we got that laid out. I need to do something with this corner. We'll just use that same corner. You don't know who this character is? But he's this really crazy person who's normally wrong about things. Okay, let's see here. Sounds like you know this Kara person. You just said you didn't know him. Conflicting stories. Let's now add a layer down here of just black. Like that. So, do we really know ourselves? Some people more than others. Some people more than others. So, I mean, it's blindingly white at the moment. Of course, a lot of that will be helped once I get the circuits in there. Although, I have a feeling that it won't help enough. I absolutely hate this corner right, or these corners right here. Those are horrible. I do not like those at all. And I hate these two meshing into each other. Those two corners meshing into each other. I do not like that. Actually, now that I think about it, there is something I made a while back. I might work for this corner. Let's see if I can find it real quick. It's like a diamond shaped kind of thing. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, here it is. Yeah, here we go. So this is a diamond shaped thing I was talking about, this one that says start here. So if I were to take this here, copy it, come over here, add a layer here, and then I paste that in here. Yeah, I think that can work, but I think this top area needs to needs to line up better. So what I'm going to do is come up here and we'll grab. There's no good way to grab this, is there? What I need to do is get that line even with this line. Yeah, poop. Let's see here. If I grab here, no, not like that. If I grab like this, and then I move this down an arbitrary amount, maybe to here, and then I come back and grab this, well, yeah, I guess I have to do it that way. Grab it like this, and bring this down. I can get this to line up. Needs to go down a bit more. Let's see here. Is that enough though? No, it needs to go down 2 more. So my arbitrary, I'm moving this down by however much was not enough. But now I can move it all down. Like so. So then now that lines up. Okay. Good. And then if I come up here and grab this part and bring that down here, like so. Right. And then I can come up here and grab this part and bring that down here. Okay. Now then, need to fix this stuff. Another issue is I really wanted this bigger space at the bottom and this lesser space at the top, so I'm in. That's gonna change stuff. Who knew that changing stuff would change stuff, you know what I mean? It's a totally unexpected consequences, you know? You would never think changing stuff would change stuff, right? Not you. Let's do that. Let's paste this onto this layer. Let's position it maybe about right in here, maybe. And then we'll get rid of this. And this. Get rid of that. And that. And then we need to delete As for a time check, we've been going about an hour and a half. I aim to make these streams about an hour, but almost every time I go 2 hours, so that's how we're doing on time. Over as usual. Although not as high as we normally are. Now that must be on down that other layer, part of the, you should call it a saw blade of that other one. Okay. Now then, let's take a look at it. How do we like that as a general thing? Maybe. Looks very awkward saying start right there though. Let's get rid of the start text. Let's look at it now. Not bad. If we clean up these blades, it might start to look good. So what we'll do is we'll go back to this layer, we'll delete all that, and delete all of that. And then we'll delete this. Okay, and then we'll come back to this layer. We'll grab this, and we'll pull that across, and then we'll grab this and pull that across like that. Now then, let's take a closer look here at the triangle, or the diamond rather. Let me get rid of this. So I think the big issue here is that it's 2 pixels on the corners rather than 3 to meet up with this. So then, if we can widen that out to be 3 pixels there, that should look a lot better. So if we come right here and we bring that out, well, it helps if I'm on the right layer, right? Maybe bring that out, and let me check and make sure that's so that's bringing that down. So if we come up here to this one here, we're going to bring that'll cause that one to line up now, but now this right here will be too thick. So if I come up here like this and bring this one out like that, how does that? That might line up fine. Let me do that. And then this. And then we'll check it out. So from here to here, that one's 1 pixel off. from the point, and so is this one. So they're the right width now, but they're 1 pixel off. And there's also issues right here, 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 and here. This one needs to be pulled down, so I think we have to go out to pull it down. No. So we somehow want to pull this out that way and then pull this down. So what if we do this and this? Maybe that fixes the alignment issue, but can we make the sprite look proper? Let's see. Copy paste. That still has that issue there. Oops. Copy paste. And that one still has that issue there, but that's mostly there. If we do that and that, grab that color, that fixes that one. That fixes that one. And what if we grab this one and put that here? That fixes that one. Oops. And that fixes that one. I think it's good now. Yeah, they all seem to be lining up. Let me just go ahead and poke a hole here, 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 and here. And yeah, that lines up now. And I can already see a bump right here. Damn it. We'll have to fix that later. And what if we take this color and we replace that black layer with it? Like so. Yeah, that's looking a good bit better, I think. Still not looking good, but getting better. Honestly, don't know what to do right there. Oops. Didn't want to zoom in that far. This, I think, will look better once we get these corners more aligned. So we can, if we get in the right layer anyway, we can get these corners more aligned. That is not. There we go. Okay, and then we'll grab here, put that in, grab that, grab that and move it. Grab this and move this in. And then we'll grab this and move this in like that. And at that point, I can then come over here and remove this flip here. Now that should look better. Oh yeah, that looks a good bit better. Let me come over here to this corner here. Oops. Not that far, zoom. It's actually not that bad. This baby corner over here, though, I don't like that. So if we take this and we copy it, we shut off the alarm. Now let's go ahead and merge these layers here. Well, let's copy this and then we'll go a new layer. We'll paste it in there and then we'll flip that horizontally. And that is not what I wanted to do at all. Okay. Okay, if I copy this and I paste it onto this layer and then I put this layer horizontally. There we go. That's what I wanted. So then, if I come over here and I select this area here on this layer and delete it, alright, and then I merge these layers together. I select that and delete that. Alright. Now then, if I fill this in like that, and then we grab this and we redo this part. Should look better. Like so. It's looking better. What do you guys think? Don, you did some alterations? Well, what do you think about my alterations here? So what I did is I got this piece working in here. I did nothing here, which I still need a solution for. did nothing here, which I still need a solution for. But I evened out these corners here. And, you know, I took this corner here and, you know, put it over here because there's this tiny corner here. Oh. And, this is where you build your decks. So this is where you're, you know, sorting through your cards that you want to build your deck with. Basically, my initial concept was, you know, based off of Magic the Gathering here. Basically, they showed 10 cards at a time. You scroll through by hitting these buttons here, left and right, kind of thing. And then this is your deck over here, where it shows you got 3 of this card, 1 of this card, 2 of this card, kind of thing, and whatnot. And, you know, this is area where you see the cards. You know, you have you're scrolling on this side and this side here, and then this is where you want to see the deck. This is your done part, because it's a card game. You can take its inspiration from a card game into a card game. That makes pretty good logic right there. Because I don't think you're going to find anything not a card game that has a deck builder in it. Yeah. But this is my starting off point because I think they have a pretty good deck builder. No, you don't want to reinvent the wheel when it comes to UI. UI has conventions and everything, and it's like, do you want to reinvent the wheel when it comes to a car and put the steering wheel in the trunk? No, you don't. I mean, that would be new and original and a new place to put the wheel, but don't want to do that kind of thing. Generally, because the key to UI is that it's very readable, intuitive, and workable kind of thing. I don't know if this is a new shape. Like, I started with that, and then I went to my own shape to fit my own game, kind of thing. Because it's not the same as theirs. Basically, if you look at it, let's see here, we'll get rid of all these. So this is theirs right here, and then if you take theirs and you modify it into mine, it would sort of look like this. You see the difference there? And then I took this and then I converted that into a wireframe. See, when you but there will be more changes coming. It's just, you know, trying to get a foundation kind of thing. Yeah, that's what I meant. We're going to be iterating on this. You know, I'm just trying to get a baseline right now. And then I will be going and be like, hey everybody, give me feedback on this. Oh shit, I messed up here. Yep, messed up right there. Dang it. But right now the key is getting something roughed out, basically. That's the key. And then we can go from there. Basically, this is the start of the brainstorming, essentially. If that makes any sense. It's like, here, check out what I got. Now, tell me where you think I should go from here. If that makes any sense. A visual start. A prototype. Okay, let's merge those. Grab this. Place up here I did not. I started to fix and did not finish fixing. Right over here. Right there. So this needs to be pushed up quite a bit. Right here. Maybe about there. Come over here and grab this out here. Copy, paste. About like that. Now then we can take this here and we move it back here. Now then we grab this here. We span that out here. That's looking better. I still do not like this. Not at all. You have any idea what to do here, Kara? I need to remain consistent with my style, which has been putting the brackets in this top corner and this bottom corner opposite from each other. So there's one here, and then there's one up here in this top corner. But at the same time, because this one's so short and this one's touching it, you got these two things touching here. And I do not like that. Does anybody in chat have any ideas on what to do there? Because currently, at the moment, I do not have any ideas on what to do there. And I do want to line up those corners. Get rid of this kind of jank here where it's corner and then straight and then up into this corner. Want it to be even kind of thing. While I'm waiting on chat, I'm going to at least try to address this corner a little bit. And that's the less of it. It's a lot better, I think. Still looks jank as everything though. Just less jank than it was. Any suggestions from chat at all? While we're waiting on chat, I think what I want to do is go over here and do a little bit with this font, or the number for the things. Let's grab this color here. Let's go ahead and do us an outline here. On said font, and I did not grab the color because I am not on the right layer. Okay, now I should be able to grab the color. Okay. Oops. Let's zoom in a bit here. Let me know if anybody has any ideas for that UI part where they're colliding. That. And for anybody happen to be new here and wondering what we're working on, we're working on a game called Neon Continuum, and which is a card game based off of Triple Triad from Final Fantasy VIII, the mini game from that. But it's based on that. It's not like a sequel to that or anything, so it's not the exact same gameplay or anything. It's got a lot of Magic the Gathering in it too, and just a hair of Hearthstone, mostly in their energy / mana system, because like Magic the Gathering has, like, you know, well, Triple Triad has no mana system. It has no deck either. It just is a hand. You just get 5 cards. That's not good for a full game kind of thing. So, I mean, there's a deck and a hand and all that, and energy cost and whatnot. And, you know, Magic the Gathering, the energy cost, the way they do it, and everything with their it allows them to have a good balance in there, unlike Hearthstone, because they just have the single cost kind of thing. But with Magic the Gathering, you often get mana screwed, where you can't draw mana and everything, but you never have that issue in Hearthstone kind of thing. So, you know, I basically took and looked at both of them, evaluated what's their strengths and weaknesses, and seeing if I could, and I built a system that I think has all of Magic the Gathering strengths and all of Hearthstone strengths, while at the same time not having either one of the weaknesses. At least from what I can tell so far. Won't truly know until we fully test it and everything, but it's quite promising. Weekling and war. What do you put in a game? Do you think this is a game? Well, you'd be right if you think this is a game, because this is a game. War? I mean, war's a game, right? Alright. So, Kara, did you happen to see my issue here that I'm having and, come up with any ideas? Or did you miss that part? Okay. It's with this. I've fixed the lot kind of thing by, doing this, but I would like these two corners to meet kind of thing. But I hate these two things colliding into each other. I don't think that looks good at all. And, consistently I've had, the style of this up in this corner, this up into this, and this in the opposite corner kind of thing. And, I have this one over here in this top corner, and then I have it down here in this corner here. And I just do not know what to do to try to fix this, because I don't like them colliding, and I want these two angles to meet each other properly. That's my current kind of sticking point on that. Hence why I moved over to working on a little bit of number font. Alright, something has to change. I just don't know how. If you have any suggestions on how to fix that while staying as true as possible to the style, let me know. Yeah, I'm stuck on it too, obviously. Well, that's the air conditioner. Yeah, it just cut on. I gotta get my noise filter working properly so that it can cut out that noise. I've got it, it's on right now, but it's not working properly, obviously, because you can hear the air conditioner cut on. Yeah. It's not hot outside, surprisingly, but it's also not cold outside. It's not really, but like the fact is it's hot inside the house if you don't have air conditioner on, because I think it's like, I think it's about 60 degrees outside. And then you have my dad downstairs turning on every heater possible kind of thing. At the same time as my mom turning on, like some heaters and turning off others kind of thing. Like, it's a whole mismatch back. Like, you know, if it were my place and everything, and plus another thing is I have to keep my door shut while I'm streaming. So, you know, I end up getting the hot from them rating up upstairs kind of thing. Because their hot from upstairs travels, you know, or their hot travels upstairs. And my code travels down there. But, basically, if I were at my place, if I had a place anymore, it would I would probably just have the fans on, not an air conditioner. That you could still hear them, you know. That still wouldn't change the problem. Well, I mean, potentially at my place you wouldn't have that because, like, the doors would be open. Yeah. Thing is that wouldn't really work because zoning, you know, everything. I'd have to basically go out into the middle of nowhere where I couldn't get internet that I would be able to stream with. Because I would definitely have to go out a lot farther than the last place I lived at, and I could barely get internet out there. Remember, my choices were like DSL, dial-up, 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 or really, really crappy cable. That was, might as well have been. No, there isn't. Because the fact is, it's on the edge of town. I mean, that's exactly why I can't do it, because anything town is zoned to not do that kind of thing. And and you would have to, you know, go way outside of town, and the town outside of that, and the town outside of that. You would have to go to a part, you know, a microscopic town, and then go to the outside of that to, you know, pretty much get that. Basically, you would have to go up into the mountains, essentially. Essentially, that would be what you'd have to do. Go up into the mountains. You need a permit for anything in a town or near a town. And sometimes you need some out in the middle of nowhere. Actually, a lot of time you need some out in the middle of nowhere. If it's in the United States, you pretty much need a permit. There are very few places in the United States where you don't need a permit. And those places are out in the middle of nowhere. And even then, there are people fighting to get those to require permits. There are permitless places that are currently fighting to get require permits. There's many YouTubers that are fighting against that right now. You know, these YouTubers that live out in the middle of nowhere and, you know, build their own place and everything. You know, they're fighting to get, you know, some people are fighting against them to get, you know, permits required in their area. and also fighting to force the people who's already built places to, you know, have to go back and get permits for everything they did and not be able to live at the places they're currently at until they get everything, you know, permit approved. The US sucks when it comes to that kind of thing. I'm going to add a little bit more shape to these. I mean, some of them do. I mean, a lot of the permits just there to keep stupid people from getting screwed over. Kind of thing. Because you have these people who have no idea what they're doing working on houses and everything, and they're not getting the permits because they have no idea what they're doing, and they don't want to not make money. Like the person who was just working on our house, you know, in the construction we just had started, kind of thing. Because he had no idea what he was doing. And he worked on our house and screwed it up. And now, you know, we're living in a almost permanent construction zone until we can get somebody to fix it. And there's, you know, lawyers about to get involved with it and everything. It got so bad. Because my mom had no idea who she was hiring. And that person she hired did not get a building permit. Because he had no idea what he was doing. And now we're having to jump through legal hoops and everything to try to get some of our money back. But I mean, having the legal hoops did not stop him from doing what he did, kind of thing. And I do not know what just happened, but oh well, I think it's fine. But it didn't stop him from doing what he did. It just, you know, made it illegal to do what he did. Which hopefully will be on our side to get our money and stuff back. Because if it's illegal, then, you know, he is then liable by law because of that. Question is, how far will that carry? And that's what I do not know. And we'll have to find out. I didn't get this inner four outlined. Oh, and Josh is streaming apparently. Oh, that's that cast with Tomo. I am worried about this 4 being readable. Close YouTube, please. Let's see here, where are we at? We've been streaming for over 2 hours now, so we're past quitting time. Yeah. Well, the other thing is rich people don't want you to buy a property next to them for cheap and then put a trailer there. You know, rich people don't want their beautiful homes being their value being drugged down by your trailer near them, kind of thing. And you know, there are those. And those are owned by a few people, and you can't buy those properties. You have to rent the properties. You have to rent the properties from the trailer park owner, which means that you don't actually own your place. You own your trailer, but you don't own your place. And if they decide to jack the rent up on you, the only thing you can do is either pay the insanity that they jacked it up by, or move your trailer, which only costs several grand, and your trailer may not even hold together and make it there. So you may end up having to buy a new trailer so you can move to a different trailer property because your current trailer may not be able to survive the move, kind of thing. Like, right? It's all kinds of screwed up. Not that I would ever want to live in a trailer. I have in the past and never will again. If I can absolutely help it. Because that was horrid. What I want to do is even this out here. Let's bring that down. Bring that in a little bit. Well, that's the way rentals are right now. And that's exactly what I'm trying to escape. Alright, there's that. I really don't like this hump coming out so far. So what I'm going to do is bring this in. And then yep, I mean more and more rental has become basically the only way now. And rental is a trap. It's a poor trap. And renting sucks. Because renting costs more than owning. Renting is worse in every way, except for the fact is you can just pick up and move anytime you want. That's the only advantage to renting. You have freedom to to move whenever you want, although that's limited freedom because you have contracts that lock you into a certain amount of time staying at a place, kind of thing. You know, don't like this. Yeah, that's better. Bring that over. And then we'll look at the 9. Don't like how far that's coming out. That's better. Now I need to check with whatnot. But I think I'll do all that later, probably off stream. And for now, we'll probably end the stream here and whatnot. Thank you everybody for watching. I really do appreciate it. And we'll be coming back Sunday for the Safely Extreme podcast with Josh, aka Game Wisdom. And we'll be back on Tuesday for a game stream. And we'll be back next Friday for another Devstream. And hopefully by then I will have an idea on what to do with this. I'll probably progress this a little bit too, just to get to that next step kind of thing and get some feedback on it. Anyway, until next time, I'll see you guys later. Until then, I'm out.